Welcome back, YouTube. We are back with some Johnny Somali videos. Um, I'm hoping this is the last one. Who knows, man? If there's more, I don't mind. Get to react to it. Uh, I'm hoping they don't let anything go with Johnny Somali. I please throw the hammer down on him. And when the whole what was it? The Korea incident happened, I was thinking, what happens to Johnny Somali? So this is a great video to see. Maybe they mentioned the president of Korea doing some um how that affected this whole Johnny Somali thing. Who knows? We'll check it out. But before we do, guys, check out my Discord. You can suggest me any videos, compilations, playlists, anything like that. We have a whole forum page for it. And while you're down there in the description down below, please consider subscribing. We are 2 weeks away from Christmas. I believe I think we have 90 subs. We can hit 90 more subs, surely. I'd love to hit 500 by the end of Christmas. That'll be amazing. Also, I stream on Twitch, so please don't forget to follow me there. I stream from Fridays to Sundays. Um, Hopefully my internet's better by then. I've downloaded a couple of games, some horror games. If you want to see me play horror games, I haven't played a horror game. I don't think in ages. I to be honest, I don't even remember the last horror game I played, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah, let's go.
Things have got so much worse for the most hated IRL streamer who's currently facing over a decade in prison in Korea, as it was now reported that new charges have been filed against him. And his trial date has now been set, and the dude is just absolutely losing his mind and making everything worse for himself. Not like that's just a new thing for this guy. He's been doing that his entire career. And I mean, I made a plethora of videos on this guy covering the ongoing situation, so most people know. This guy makes a living off of harassing people in public. And specifically, he's built his career off of harassing people in Japan last year. He was arrested, he apologized, he spent a little bit over 3 months in jail over there, but once he was released, he deleted the apology and then started making fun of Japan again. Then he just continued his antics in other countries, and that just led him to more encounters with the police and other angry civilians. But his most recent situation is going on in Korea, where he essentially decided to do what he was doing in Japan, but act out infinitely more. He really just wanted to test the limits to see how far he can get away with things, and so far, it seems like he might have found that limit, because he's facing over a decade in prison now. But Korea is doing things a little bit different to what Japan did. Japan, they held him in jail until his case was over. Korea, they said, hey, we'll just give you a travel ban. Good luck surviving out there, bud. The burden of providing for yourself is on you. And
yeah, I love that. They didn't hold him because they didn't want to spend tax money on holding him. So they just left him to find his own way, really. Which is good. He'll run out of money. There's not really anywhere he can stream now. I think he's still got Rumble, but like that is wild that he kept going, even though losing like all of this opportunity to stream. Like, bro, I would kill for like his viewers, but like, brother, like you're just self-sabotaging at this point.
By the way, you can't work, because if he does his job, he's going to make his trial way worse for himself. Then on top of that, it's not like he has a work visa either. He's on a tourist visa. So it's safe to say the dude is stuck between a rock and a hard place. And that is if there's only one trial, because he's committed dozens of felonies in Korea and snitched on himself doing everything because he live streamed.
Plus the AI stuff, they're really like, from what I've heard, Korea hates that, like the AI stuff. They have like literally made a specific law for it, so yeah.
Everything. So all the prosecutors and victims need to do is watch through all the footage and file charges as needed. He really just made things so much easier on them and infinitely worse for himself. But I guess that's just the consequences of harassing strangers on the street for profit. So as of right now, he's currently in legal trouble for two things: the 7-Eleven incident for disrupting the business, and the newest one added to his current trial is a violation.
you're not even, you're not even an animal. You're like an insult to animals. This is not even a pig would do this. Like, what the heck are you
Incident for
doing, man?
disrupting the business, and the newest one added to his current trial is a violation of a Minor Offenses Act, which, from what I can tell, is a misdemeanor. And the most common punishment for that would either be a fine and or up to 30 days in jail. And this charge is pretty vague, so it's a little bit unclear on what he did to get this charge, but Andrew from Legal Mindset went over the things you need to do or allegedly do to get this charge.
So you see here, we've got breaking into empty houses. Uh-oh. Oh, that could have been it. Because he broke into the house too. Remember that? He trespassed. Carrying a concealed weapon. Preparing for violence. False reporting. Changing the scene of dead bodies. Woof, that's bad.
Wait, what?
Failing to report a person in need. False assumption of a title. So if you pretend to be anyone with a rank or public office or academic degree, if you pretend to have any other medal, emblem, etc. So that could be pretty much anything, any rank, decoration. So that could even be a
Stolen
title, like
valor
if you pretend
stuff.
to be a lawyer, or pretend to be a PhD. That's interesting.
Pretend to be a PhD. What? What? What does that mean?
Interesting. He was pretending to be press at one point. Inertia selling of goods, solicitation, unauthorized posting of ad material, interference with potable water, littering, urination, interference with ceremonies.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a plethora of things that could be relevant here, as he did interrupt a televised concert or ceremony. He did.
What? It was. He. Okay, I shouldn't be surprised anymore. And that's wild. They send him. I guess because it's TTS, they have TTS. So like, obviously it's anonymous stuff as well.
Harass a bunch of people in public, and then Andrew also mentioned that he did break into someone's place. So that is really interesting. He also made countless threats. And then you have number 20 there, which is also relevant because this guy is just regularly day drinking in public and acting belligerent towards random citizens on the street for his content. So this charge is very vague, but clearly a lot of his behavior fits this charge. But he also made some extremely creepy threats to another streamer, which both he himself streamed and the victim. But the creator Decoy Voice covered this a little while back.
Ah, Decoy Voice.
Touch me again, out. I swear to God.
Do that.
What? Do that to a girl? Go do that to a dude. to bruh. Man, this guy needs the whole book. The whole library, not just the book.
Apparently
thrown
he's
at him.
all riled up because that other streamer girl tried to throw water on him.
Hold up, so he threatened that over some water?
So Johnny's Bonnie to his Clyde threw a drink on her.
Don't try to throw a drink on me. Yeah, you don't. This shit, you know. Shut up. Shut.
And as I tried to see what happened after, he quickly deleted that video, bragging that he smacked her camera across the street and immediately deleting the saved stream.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, so he's aware enough to try to scrub all of his stuff as soon as possible, but unfortunately for him, the Clippers,
didn't
like
do that.
Cancel Johnny's and many more, have caught on to this, and they just record all of his streams. Also, I mean, this is assault.
Don't ever lie on me again.
This guy is just such a massive man-child who's clearly on a mission to ruin his own life for internet attention. And also, I guess because he can't really control his own emotions. And also, I'm laughing here because not what he said. What he said is awful, but how pathetic he is hilarious.
Can you please help me? Help me! He said he's gonna rape me. Please help me.
What? He said what?
He said he's gonna rape. Please help me, help me. No, he's already there. He said he's gonna rape me. I said, that's a threat, yeah.
What is he crashing out for? But I guess his whole stream is just one big crash out. But even by the bar that he set so low for himself, this is still pathetic. And this situation has become relevant again because now there's a few charges there. Obviously, the threats, assault, but also this business happened to be ABC Pizza, and the people have now reported him for disrupting that business, just like he did at the 7-Eleven. Because as we saw, the people he harassed here were customers of the business and spent a decent amount of time causing a commotion at the entrance of this business. So that's also
This guy, man, throwing the water is a complete
and spent a decent
loser.
amount of time causing a commotion.
Yeah, this dude wants to ride that Johnny Somali wave. What a loser, man. Talks big game about like what he's gonna do, and he got himself beat up.
At the entrance of this business. So that's also being reported to the investigators. Now, in a separate situation, a Korean creator has now filed charges against him for violating national railway laws. This is for harassing the people on the train like we covered in my last video on him. And if all of these incidents were just isolated, if he only did one of them and he didn't do any of the others, they would probably slip through the cracks because like no one cares enough. But because of who Johnny is and how much shit he's done in Korea in the short time that he's been there, I mean, just his whole career is harassing strangers in public for his own content. And he's now been charged with 2 things. They just want to throw everything at him. And you know, the pathetic catalyst that caused this national hatred and outrage towards him was his P. Diddy jokes, then undressing and rubbing baby oil all over himself and the comfort lady statues, then, you know, groping and dancing on it. He obviously did this to upset as many people as
Yeah, and the fact that I didn't know this, but the fact those statues are based on like teenage girls is doubly worse. What a
possible,
loser,
as
man.
the comfort women statues are to honor and remember the thousands of SA victims from the 1930s into the early 40s. And he was extremely aware of exactly what he was doing, even though he played dumb and didn't know. And every time he gets confronted, he just plays this stupid act of like, I didn't do anything wrong. Please enlighten me on what I did wrong, because I don't even understand that I did something wrong. Yeah, I digress. But remember the streamer Bong Bong, who Johnny made the deep pig video of them making out? That's also a potential charge. We saw her live stream herself pressing charges, but she apparently decided to not pursue them any further.
What?
Well, that is until recently, because allegedly Johnny was begging her not to follow through with those charges. But now there's a rumor that she's filing them anyway.
Yeah,
now,
file
will she
them,
follow
man,
through this
please.
time? Who knows? But we do also
I hope her chat was telling her to go through it. I hope her fans are like actually telling her, just do it.
also know that the investigators were looking into that case, even though that she dropped the charges. This is because she filed them to begin with. But another new update to the situation is his trial is now scheduled for December 20th, where he's facing a charge of disrupting a business, which again, he live streamed because clearly he's very determined to build the best possible case against himself. That's what makes all this so funny. He is the prosecution's own star witness against himself. Because the dude loves lying, and he even bragged about lying in court in Japan to get out with a lesser sentence. So now he'll be like, nah, that didn't happen. And then the prosecutors are like, well, here's this live stream. Because the difference between Korea and Japan right now is now we have all of this information that Japan didn't have back then that's being shown to the prosecutors now. It also seems like the prosecutors over there are way more aggressive and also way more interested in seeing what the internet has compiled of his own actions. Well, you may be asking, what has he been doing since he was indicted? Well, you know, he did that publicity stunt where he apologized and pretended he didn't know anything about the statue.
Can you guys tell me a little bit more of the history of the statue?
Oh my god, man. I couldn't watch this video, like him trying to pull the wool over everyone's eyes, and the fact that, bro, the 2 people who got him to do this was a black guy living in Korea and his girlfriend, his Korean girlfriend, and they asked him to do this because of like the publicity around like black people in Korea is like it is through the floor because of him. So like they thought, oh, this would be a good thing, and now they're getting hate because, well, to be fair, I don't think they knew fully who he was because he's if they knew fully who Johnny Somali was, they wouldn't have done this. They wouldn't have staked their name on it. Plus, look at that hairline, man. Holy.
haven't done too much research. Yeah.
Retreating.
But,
That hairline is retreating as fast as the platforms who had him on, like, retreated, man. Just pulling out one by one.
again, he streamed himself, literally enlightening his viewers on what that statue was and what it stood for.
I'm talking about the Korean comfort women. The thousands of women who were forced into
Yeah.
by the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II.
And, you know, to really blow up that apology, he then recently promised that he would repeat those actions to the comfort women statues if he was banned on TikTok.
I swear to God, if they ban this TikTok, I'll go back to the statue tomorrow. Wallahi, if they ban this TikTok, I'll go to the statue tomorrow.
So, yeah, he's just completely
say
destroying any
wallahi,
chance of any
bruh,
leniency
like,
from a judge.
the
And
heck?
now he's just starting to completely lose his mind as he started this new content bit where he claims that he's in North Korea, when in reality, he's still in Seoul.
They say the National Intelligence Service is gonna come get me. Tell them come find me. I ain't scared of them. Shout out North Korea. Shout out Pyongyang. Shout out Kim Jong Un. That's my till the day I die. South Korea.
Right, dude? They know exactly where you are, and it's not like you can leave the country. So, hang tight,
Yeah.
bud.
And the only way to go and cross to North Korea, brother, you're getting shot from both sides.
Imagine being this guy's attorney, and then you see your client posting this before the trial. Oh, man. And he's doing this all while extremely
Yeah.
calm.
That's just comedy, man. You're just like, okay, we can kind of bring down the charges. We can't get him to get away with this, but we can kind of bring that. Sorry, what? He posted what? Just watches the video. Fuck.
Confident that he's going to beat this case like OJ. Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. But he also posted this video.
Man, it's a hard life out here. They saying I'm going to jail. They're saying all this bullshit. I'm out here. I'm still north, near the DMZ. I made it to North Korea. Thank the Lord. Thank God. Shout out North. Shout out Kim Jong Un. Shout out Pyongyang. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. The reason why I respect North Korea is because they're dystopian. They are a, you know what I mean, fascist place, but they don't lie about it. South Korea is just as fascist. You just lie about it. I touched the statue, so you guys are trying to silence me, murder me, and then jail me. So
What? The president literally tried to be a fascist leader, and my guy got voted out. My guy got shut down.
might as well be in North Korea. Look, I'm out here in the wilderness. Snow, 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 dying. Yeah, you're never gonna catch me alive. Chat, just
All right, those are some famous last
that's so
words.
cringe.
Yeah, I guess this.
Bro, clout corrupts, man. I gotta tell you, clout corrupts, and I don't know. I kind of act it up a bit, like during streaming, because like people watch me, and I don't want to be boring, you know, because I'm normally like, huh, and I just do an exhale through my nose. That's the max thing that I do on my own playing games, watching stuff. Just a small exhale, but like I kind of play up for the camera a bit, just to make it a little bit entertaining for people watching stream. But like this is wild. This is like far gone. This is like beyond the line that I'm ever willing to cross. This
This
guy's
just shows how
crazy.
incredibly ignorant he is. There's a very big difference in the quality of life between those two borders. But I love how he oversimplifies the whole reason people are upset with him. No, the people are upset with you because you chose to harass people in public for a living, and you act like an attention-starved child You also have been doing this for over a year now, and it seems like the only thing that's going to stop this behavior is legal repercussions, because nobody deserves to be harassed and broadcast against their will on your live stream, simply because they have to commute to work and are unfortunate enough to share a train car with you. But with the recent martial law order that went into place for a couple hours
That's it. Martial law. I was racking my whole two brain cells trying to think of the actual thing that happened. Martial law. He enacted martial law.
Johnny allegedly lost his mind. He got scared and deleted all of his posts disrespecting South Korea and all of his posts endorsing North Korea. And this is
Yeah, brother. Yeah. Imagine that. You're just shit talking, and then you just hear there's martial law running. Bro, you just delete everything.
all according to the Korean news channel Korea Now.
Who would have known that of all things it would be the president of South Korea to finally put a stop to YouTuber Johnny Somali? On December 3rd, after President Yoon suddenly declared martial law, the American quickly took down prior contents which were pro-China and North Korea from his TikTok and other social accounts. The out-of-the-blue martial law declaration lasted for only a handful of hours, and during the
He
time,
uploaded a
Somali
lot of these
quickly
videos
took down
actually. I only
videos
saw a
of
couple of
playing
them
more
apparently,
Korean
but like they're
music
showing
than
way
West,
more videos
saying
here
he
than
turned
what I've
us
seen.
over to North Korea. Many think that the YouTuber was most likely panicking, not fully
Which really just
understanding
shows
what
you
martial law is, or
how
what was
reckless
going on
and
at the
stupid
time,
he's being.
which
Like in
led
front
him
of
to
his
take
trial,
down
he's doing
video
all of
where he
this.
was praising North Korea, and the captions that
Whatever he
"This
gets as a
country is
sentence, he
corrupt.
deserves it.
Time to leave to the true Korea."
No, no, he doesn't. He deserves double. He deserves 10x.
Somali, who has been banned from leaving Korea back in October, is still waiting to hear his fate for the series of commotions which he caused during his stay. Will Somali finally keep it low, or do you think he will create more controversies in Korea? Share your thoughts.
Brother, I cringe a little bit because, brother, for the reason of, like, I'm not white. And you have, like, that cringe moment where, like, someone who's also brown does something bad, and you're like, oh, God, white people are other races, white people, Asians, are just gonna look further down upon us, like, these guys are crazy. But I'm lucky. He's he's from Somali. His heritage is Somali. I think I'm good.
In the comments down below.
Well, I mean, he would be smart if he kept it low until his trial at least, but as we know from covering him, he's not very smart. So I'm definitely expecting him to resume to his antics now that the martial law situation's finished. Also, he wasn't even charged for the comfort woman stuff. He was just punched in the face for that. And that guy, he was also charged. So don't crash out over the streamer. He's not worth it. Just let the legal process happen, and only time will tell what will actually happen.
Yeah, don't ruin your life over this. Like, luckily one of the soldier who followed him to his like hostel, waited for him to come out and like punched him. Luckily he got his bail taken care of and he got put up in a 5-star hotel. So, but yeah, don't get caught. Don't do this, guys. Don't do this.
Until then, it seems like Korea has been way more aggressive against him than Japan has. So this will definitely be interesting. But hey, I mean, if you want another way to support the channel, you can check out my company, Matt.City, where we took inspiration from the toy car mat we've all grown up with, and we brought it to a city near you. And we've also done this with mouse mats.
Oh, bro, all I see with these mats is like tower defense games. I'm like thinking, where do I put the towers?
We've all grown up with, we brought it to a city near you. And we've also done this with mouse mats. And look at this thing. We did a winter, this is called the Snow Rally collection. There's like a winter mat. It's pretty cool, fit in the frame. This is definitely one of my favorites. And weve also done this with mouse mats and all sides.
It's a cool niche, man, for merch. This is like, I think this is the first sort of merch that I've seen that like is very unique. People do like t-shirts and stuff like that, clothing. I guess it's the most common one, but yeah, this is the first I've seen like the Placey like mats.
Sizes as well. So here's like the DC example of the large mouse mat. So if you're looking for a last minute Christmas gift for yourself or a loved one, it would be awesome if you checked out mat.city in the link down below. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.
Okay, this was a nice little recap of what's happening, especially the whole martial law situation. That is crazy. I thought it wouldn't really affect much because it ended very quickly. Like the video said, a couple of hours. But yeah, it's crazy that how much it affected it. Especially like that video where he has the president's like picture on his phone and he's got his middle finger up. Yeah, him deleting all of that. That is hilarious, knowing that he practically shot himself really when that whole situation happened. But anyway, we'll leave it off there. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Check out my Twitch as well and my Discord. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.